Okay. So hello everybody. We are with the lovely Arielle tonight. I asked her to do this call because um, she, for more than this reason, but I asked her specifically to talk to us about her like page because she has an organic, right? Correct. You have an organic following of over 7,000 people. You haven't like paid people in random countries to like your page, right?
No. And that's why I was like, oh, where are you going with this? Because I certainly have boosted and done ads. But yes, nope, I have not paid for anyone to like me.
Right. Okay. So she has, people that actually have seen, because you can pay for likes in the sense that you boost your page, but that still someone saw her page and legitimately liked it and clicked like. And we all know how tough it can be to grow a like page. So I even was thinking for a new coach, if you're not ready yet for a like page, if you look after tonight on Arielle's personal page and her like page, you're going to see that clearly one of her really strong suits is social media and her brand. Like you can go, I went quickly on her page and I went through like the first 10 posts and I knew her brand right in those 10 posts that I read. So I wanted her to talk to us about that. She also has some pretty amazing stuff going on. So if you don't know Arielle, she's super fit. She does fitness competitions, and she's placed in the top 10 for the Beachbody Classic competition that we have at Summit 2 years in a row, which is absolutely amazing. Like when you see her, like when she gets to Summit, she has like certain muscles on her abs that I took anatomy and stuff and I didn't know I'm like, what is that? What muscle is that? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
So she works really hard. Her husband did it with her this year, and that was really cool. She's a diamond coach, and her husband is a 1-star. They work together. You're signed up with Mike, right? Mike's
my my upline, but I basically do both. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So she's a Success Club 5 legend, and what that means is that she hit Success Club for 24 months in a row. Never missed hitting Success Club 5. She started right after me. I knew it was like really close. So she started like 5 weeks after me, March 1st, 2014. I started basically February 1st. I started like at close to midnight on the 31st of January. She's been in the Body Beast infomercial. And this is actually one of the best parts. Her team is called Be Relentless. And she does an amazing job of incorporating that into her daily message. So
thank you.
I'm going to stop talking and let you take it away. Thank you so much for doing this for us.
Thank you for asking me. I'm super excited. I know I was like, oh my God, how cool is this that it's like the night before my 3-year anniversary. It's like looking back on all of it. So I'm sure there's some new coaches on here, and I don't know. I just kind of jumped in. I had no intention of coaching. And I just, like Chrissy had said, my husband had been in personal training forever. And where we are now is kind of crazy to look back 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I found myself as a mom of 3 little boys. I had 3 boys in 16 months. I had a singleton, and then I had identical twins. Found out at 9 months, when my oldest was 9 months, I was pregnant with twins. So that was quite a surprise. And then, looking back 3 years ago, I just was at a rough place. Like I was thrown into this role of mom, and I felt like I had lost myself somewhere in that. And I didn't quite know how to just be. I wanted to find me again. I wanted to be me and a mom. And I was kind of a hashtag it a lot freak status. I'm one of those that actually was thinner than I was before I got pregnant, which isn't always necessarily a good thing. I looked like the life had literally been sucked right out of me, which I felt like it had with carrying the twins and back-to-back pregnancies. And I appreciate Chrissy's mention of the abs, it's something that a lot of people will recognize on me, but what a lot of people don't know is that I really do suffer from a weak core. I had ab separation, which is known as diastasis recti, where your muscles don't go back together in the middle. Something that I actually had to self-diagnose on myself, because I would do certain exercises and it looked like there was an alien going to pop out of my stomach. I didn't know what was going on. So my core is still a very weak part of me that I have to work daily at. I can't do certain exercises. So, I'm not trying to discredit myself, but guys, I also don't want you to get caught up in the social media aspect of things too. Pictures are pictures. I'm not trying to take away from all of my hard work, but I still struggle. I still have loose skin. I still have C-section scars. I still have a really weird belly button. I have stretch marks through my belly button, but getting on that stage was something that I just wanted to do to prove to myself. And surprisingly, my stomach has not been an issue for any of the judges. Of course, I see things that maybe other people don't see, but I think we all do that. So I just want to give you guys a little bit, and that's something that, imperfections are okay with in this business. And I hope you guys are starting to realize that. So anyways, that's kind of my journey. I had some tough love by my husband, who said, I was waiting for the perfect time. And he said, there's never going to be the perfect time. We're not going to get any less busy. It's only going to get busier, just in a different sense. It was the words I did not want to hear, but it kind of lit a fire under my ass. And I started out with T25. And from that, I went to the Body Beast, and then we will go into Summit. So hopefully all of you are trying to get to Summit. If you're not already going, especially in New Orleans, I'm very excited about that. And I figured, hey, why not? Let's Beachbody has kind of opened my eyes, and I just decided I wanted to be that person that had belief and just was open to possibilities and didn't want to just live in this bubble. I'm a registered nurse as well, so I have a pretty good job, but I'm starting to see that not that the grass is always greener, but I'd rather have my freedom of time, not so much red tape, basically, working for somebody else. And, I'm, just really want this business to take off. So I figured, why not try the classic when I'm out there? I just kind of had an inkling of maybe taking it to the next level. And I did. And like Chrissy said, I placed twice, which was awesome. And then they asked me to be in the infomercial for the Body Beast after my first competition. So it's just been kind of crazy. And, some people will, oh, you're a Beachbody coach, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't say anything bad. It's just, and it's not so much the physical transformation, it's emotional too. I've grown a lot as a person. If you know me or if you follow me a little bit, I was emotionally abused by my father. I haven't spoken to him in, 20 years. And that was something that I kind of am in the process of healing now. So I'd like to call it a growth journey or a healing journey. And it's given me the strength and confidence to finally accept the fact that I'm a strong person, but I was hurt by one of the most important people in my lives. And it was affecting my marriage. And my husband and I have been going to counseling now. And my husband is actually very close to selling his old business, and we're opening our own. So I like to credit that to Beachbody too, for giving me the faith that things are going to work out, because security and I suffer from abandonment from when I was younger. So those are big things to me. So me taking this leap has opened doors for me. And it's taken me a while to kind of find my brand. When I first did the Be Relentless, I honestly did it because I thought that I had to be this strong person all the time. I thought that I just had to be the girl that no one could touch, that no one could hurt, no guy could hurt. I was always going to be okay. And granted, I still believe some of that, but I start to see now that being strong also means being vulnerable. And I think in the beginning, a lot of people weren't relating to me because I had such a wall up. And now I start to see that yes, be relentless means be strong, be unstoppable when it comes to what you want in this world. But it's okay to let people in. It's okay to admit that you've been hurt. It's okay to cry. And those are things that I'm starting to embrace my emotions. So if you guys don't know your brand, give it some time. Okay. It's going to take a little trial and error. It's going to take a little bit for you to find your niche and your team, but just continue to keep pushing on and just be yourself and just be open to everything that's coming to you. So I think I kind of hit upon all of that. And I talk really fast and I get really excited and my hands start flailing. So just tell me to shoot a little message and be like, dude, slow down. You're going way too fast. So with my like page, I really have started focusing on that within the past, I don't know, like 6 months, 7 months. I'm really putting a lot of time and focus on that. For the mere fact that I'm just trying to tap into the cold market. I haven't exhausted my warm market, but I like the like page. I feel like you can kind of be more yourself. It's like you're talking to people that you don't really know. So like you can tell them things that you want them to see, or maybe you can be a little bit more open or more vulnerable than you are on your personal page. A couple of months ago, I was almost stopped in my tracks because my family wasn't really understanding what I was doing. I was getting a lot of backlash, even from like my own mother, asking like why I was being so conceited or self-absorbed, I think was how it was put, because I was showing my abs on social media all the time and all of this stuff. So it kind of like threw me for a loop that I was like, oh my God, like my own family is second guessing. But thankfully I just said, you know what, like, I need to do this for me. My husband and I sat down and we were like, no, this is good for you. This is healing for me. Like if I woke up and didn't have Beachbody, I knew I would be upset and I knew my life would be different. It wouldn't be the same. So I said, no, I'm going to keep pushing on. They don't have to just support me. That's it. So I find that, sometimes when you go to make a post, like, I don't know if you do it, but in the back of your head, you're like, oh, these people are going to roll their eyes when they see my post, or they're going to say this or that. So now when I post on my personal page, I just try to envision that person that I'm helping. I'm just trying to envision my team or somebody that's going to join my team or who I was 3 years ago. Like I don't envision the people that are going to roll their eyes or, oh, there she goes with another ab shot. Like, if you try to maybe do that, it might make it a little bit easier. But not everyone's going to get you. Not everyone's going to understand. That's okay. If they're your family, they don't have to get it. They just need to support you. So I find that the like page, it's a little bit easier sometimes to post some things and get things out there. So I've really been trying hard to build my cold market. And what that means is like on your like page, it's people that you don't know. And you can do this on your personal page too by reaching out with people that are friends with your friends, going into groups. Like that's considered your cold market if you're not already like friends with them. If it's not family or close friends. So what I like to do in the beginning of the week now is something that I just started doing, and I can start sharing my screen a little bit too if you guys need me to walk you through anything, is at the beginning of the week I like to write down where I'm at, like whether it's Instagram, whether it's my personal page, whether it's my like page, in regards to people that are following. Just because I think it's nice to see like the growth. And, because sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you may not be in the mood. Like today I had a crappy day. Couldn't even get out of my own way. And it's just like days like that where you're like, and it just, if you think about what you're going after and that you are growing, that you see that your like page is growing, that people are friending you, and it kind of might give you the little, push to be like, all right, you just got to keep going. Even on days like this, you just got to keep going. And it kind of shows me that what I'm doing is working, that people are responding to what I'm doing. And it kind of gives me a little bit more confidence. And I can see, okay, so this week things went really well. Like I got a lot more likes or followers or friends. So that's what I've been trying to do each week because I like to see the progress. So on your like page, if you guys don't have one or you do have one, like a big question is like what type of category? I don't really think that's super, super important. Like you could do public figure. I would kind of reserve that for when you have like a huge following. Like when I look at some of the top coaches, they're like, public figures like an Amy Silverman. And I kind of think that they are public figures. For someone that's just starting out, I would, either do like the health and wellness, there's the coach option, or the community. Pretty sure I have mine as a health and wellness just to incorporate my husband and I too, because we have like a corporation. And you can do different categories on there as well. So like we have like personal trainer, personal coach. But I wouldn't get too tied up in that. I get a lot of questions about that. I would just go with something that makes you comfortable. Do coach, because that's what you are. For your name, you can do just your regular name. But again, I think that's kind of more like for when you have like a big following and people are going to know, Chrissy Bergeron or Amanda Trottier. Like I would try to maybe work your brand into that. And guys, don't be afraid. You can switch it. I've switched my name a couple of times. When we first started that page, it was Ruggiero Fitness Concepts. So I was trying to like work my husband growing his business and work my coaching business. And I was running myself ragged because I couldn't really be me. So I kind of booted him and took it over and just did, I think I did like Arielle Ruggiero Fitness. And then I was like, you know what? Like I switched it and did it the Relentless Mama. So it's like Arielle Ruggiero, the Relentless Mama. I just feel like if you can do something like that, that kind of sets you apart than just like Coach Arielle. I mean, if you go on and you see like a lot of like pages, try to see what people have. And a lot of them are coach. If that's what makes you comfortable, then do that. But if you feel like you've already kind of established a little bit of a brand, then I would work on that just to try to set yourself apart. And again, don't get too tied to it because you can change the name as long as you're not going from like Arielle, like Beachbody coach to like Arielle dog trainer, like his Facebook will be like, yeah, no, like that's totally two different people. Like that's, so don't be like, oh my God, I have to find the perfect name. Oh my, like don't bug out. Like that was me, like thinking everything had to be perfect. Like I'm sure you've heard things like, it's just like, dude, just implement, like learn and implement. Let's see here. So another big thing on like the like page is, I can share my screen too, guys, if that will help you guys. Another big thing is like the insights that I like to look at. So the insights, hopefully I can remember this. I just had to switch it around. Hopefully. All right. Can you guys see my page? Yes. Oh, don't look at the craziness. My uncle's like, how do you work that way? I'm like, I don't know. All right, so on the page, I think one of the big things that you really should establish at first is look at your insights, okay, guys? And what I mean by that is up here, you'll find all of your insights, and that kind of will just give you some information about like what's going on with your page. I would say that the biggest thing is just figuring out when people are on and like when the highest traffic is for you. So what I like to do, I'm pretty sure I know my times already. Like my high traffic times are between 9 and 10, 12 and 1, 3 and 4, and the big one is 8 p.m. So I think that that's important. I don't know why my computer's being goofy. I think that's important because then that way you know like when you should be posting at certain times. And I would recommend trying to do 4 posts a day. If it's, I know that's could be a lot. So if you start out trying to do 2 times, I'd start out doing 2. If you don't have a like page already going, I'd do 2. I've bumped it up to 4. I try to set aside time on Sundays to plan out my posts because you can plan out your post on here. Okay. It's not like your personal page. They actually let you schedule posts and it's huge. It's awesome. So, I don't know why my computer is being like this right now. If you go to, let me see, like if I go to my page, I can actually see my posts that are scheduled. So I'll make sure that I have them like at those times. Again, I try to do 4. And guys, this doesn't have to be everything that you create. Okay. Don't be afraid to share stuff. If another coach has something that's awesome, share it. If you find something that's on social media that's getting a lot of likes or traction, if it's something funny, it doesn't always have to be fitness, guys. Like you really should try to focus on, I'd say like 4 or 5 things that kind of make you. So like, yeah, fitness, if fitness is a part of your life, then fitness. If you have kids, then kids will be a part of your life. If, you want to try to like set yourself apart. So like, obviously with me, it's like a little bit of like the bodybuilding too. I also love funfetti. I'm like addicted to it. So I kind of will post some recipes and things about funfetti and let people know how much I like it. And you kind of will start to know that what you're doing is working or that your brand is working because people will start tagging you in things and people will start sharing things that are like, hey, this reminded me of you. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I know like my brand, I know what I like, and people are like seeing something and making them think of me. So that means you're doing it. Like you're branding yourself. So a lot of the times if people will tag me in things, I'll save those. I'll send them to myself and I'll go in and then I'll share them later on my page. So it's like, I'm not saying like let other people do the work for you, but if people are tagging you in things, then obviously it's something that made them think of you. So it's like, all right, I'm going to save this and I'm going to use it on my page. And I'll do that a lot. Like I'll go into my messages and I've sent myself, I don't know, 10, like see right here, I sent myself a link. Like I'll go in and I've got all of these messages or these things that I'm a nurse as well. So like nursing stuff is on here. And then I'll share stuff from my team. I make sure that I incorporate things into my team, about my team now. I make it a point to try to talk either about my team or Beachbody or my challenge group once a day. It's something that I didn't always do, again, for fear of offending anybody. But I find that the more I do it, the more natural it becomes. Like, I almost wasn't sharing my life in fear of other people being like, oh, there's that Beachbody person again. And I think we have that in our own heads, guys. To be honest with you, I really do. I think like people have kind of like said a couple of comments and it's like in our head. And it's like, I'm not going to not share my life. That's my life. Like, it's fitness now and health is part of my life. Beachbody is part of my life. So if everyone's on Facebook sharing photos of like their cats and what movie they went to see and what they bought at the mall, why is it any different than showing my workout or what I had for lunch or my shake? Like, that's what I do every day. So I think if you get in the habit of that, it will make it easier. It's made it a lot easier for myself. So anyways, I'll share I'll kind of hold on to these and put them on my page. So if you look right now, I've got 6 scheduled posts. It should be a lot more. So if I had my whole week set out, then it would be good. But you can only do what you can do. So again, these are all set up and they'll just post automatically. So it's a wonderful thing on the like page. I would highly recommend doing that. And just videos are huge. Videos go a long, long way, guys. You'll get a lot of traction on videos. So yeah, I think this might be working now. Except for this. I don't know why this is not working. But anyways, like the posts are pretty cool to look at too, because it will say a reach over here and an engagement. And this is where you would boost posts. I do have ads that are ongoing. I have upped the money that I spend now on my marketing. I feel that I'm at that point now in my business that I should be investing a little bit more in my advertising. So what I do is I have like one ad that posts once a day for $1. I would totally recommend that, guys, if you can swing it. I mean, it's $30 a month, which in hindsight, it's not really that much. If you're serious about building this business, you have to reinvest in your business. So I started out just doing $1 a day for my ad. And there's some really good trainings out there. I did the Jesse Regan training. I'm embarrassed to admit that I only made it halfway through the training. I basically had him show me how to do like different ads and figure out which one was doing the best. I got one to like 10 cents a view, which is really good. And I just kept it. So when I'm on that flight to Utah and I'm not talking to anybody and I have my headphones in, it's because I'm finishing that damn training. All right. So yeah, I'm sorry, this isn't popping up, but you'd have like reach right here and you'd have engagement. So if you had something like the other day, I posted something about wedding bands and how my husband's waiting till we're married for 10 years. And it got a lot of people commenting. So I boosted that. It doesn't have to be like you. It doesn't have to be a post that you did. It doesn't have to be a fitness video unless it's doing really well. Boost it. Get people to like your page. Get people to see your page. So, that's really it for like the insights for just kind of like a quick overview, at least what I look at. I really wish it was like showing you. So I would say that you really want to figure out when your audience is on, like when they're viewing you. Another way to think of that too is like, what are most of your friends? What are they doing? Do they work? Are they home with their kids? Like, when are they more apt to be checking their phone or checking Facebook? And then I would post there. Let's see. There's another thing I wanted to tell you. You also want to figure out who your target is, meaning like who your audience is. That will also tell you like who's paying attention to like your posts. Is it males? Is it females? I'm trying to find where I found that. It will tell you. So for myself, it's like women 25 to 34. So if I'm like creating an ad or targeting people, I usually would do between like 24 and 40. And you can find all of that too. Like, these are all like the things that I boosted. You can pause them. If it's not getting a lot of engagement, you can totally pause it. Like, this one was one I was doing for the Conquer Your Sweet Tooth group. So I boosted that for $10. The only crappy thing with boosting is you have to like boost if you want to boost it again, you have to boost more than what you had originally spent. So I have a really good ad, guys. Like I have a really, really good video that's doing amazingly well. So I've just kind of been boosting the crap out of that. But the thing is, if I want to go boost it again, it basically takes how much I've spent on that ad and says you can boost it, but you have to spend that plus some. And I've been having this running since probably November. And yeah, so I figured out how to just do like an ad from it. And now I'm just doing it $2 a day. So I'm spending $3 a day right now. And that doesn't include like other things that I boost. So like I'll try to boost if I have a sneak peek coming up, if I have a challenge group coming up, if I have a free group coming up, I will try to boost those to get more traction. So this is a video that is doing really, really well for me. I'm sure you can see right here. Again, I've spent some money on it, guys, okay? But it's reached over 220,000. I've had 166,000 views. I've had 539 likes, hearts, what this little guy is, I don't know, the wow guy, 85 shares. So for me, this is worth it right now. This is worth me spending some money. So this is helping build my page up. If you find a video that's doing really well, I would just recommend boosting that if you can. Or even, like I said, I'm now running that for $2 a day. I would also recommend, if you have something that's doing really well, put it at the beginning of your page, guys. You can pin a photo, you can pin a video. I would recommend doing that so people, this is me looking at it. You can also do a visitor, view page as visitor. So you can have somebody, like it will show you what it would look like, say, if you come onto my page. So this will kind of show everything. So it tells you I'm a coach. So I've got it set up as like, it says coach, but I'm pretty sure I have it as like health and wellness. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm jumping all over the place. So I pinned this. This is basically just talking about what my challenge groups are, what it's like. Because don't forget, guys, like people may not know what a challenge group is. So I did a video. And it's like the first thing that they'll see because I have it pinned. Again, if I have like an event coming up or if I have a sneak peek, I usually will pin that so it's the first thing that they see. I also have a watch video here where you can do like a featured video and it's the same thing. So if people get to my page and they're like, oh, well, what's her video like? Then they can kind of see it. You can do a bunch of different buttons over here. I had a ton and I got rid of a lot of them because you don't want to overwhelm people. I think it's important to have like your photos, your videos, you know, in addition to finding out what time your audience is, who your audience is and when they're on, I would also make sure that you just kind of have your about section up. So again, that was what I was talking about, the category, and it allowed me to do a couple of categories so people, if they're looking for health and wellness or personal training or whatnot, they'll find me. Just kind of tell like when you founded, you know, what your mission is, and just have like a quick little blurb here, you know, talking like you would be talking to your friends so that they kind of get a feel for who you are. You can put your accolades here. I don't know how many people look at it, but they want to just kind of see you. And they also, for a cover photo, guys, like I was racking my brain, spending way too much time trying to friggin' do a cover photo. I ended up outsourcing this. I think it cost me like $20. So it's worth it, guys. Seriously, it's worth it. Like, don't kill yourselves. I'm going to update it, but I'm waiting till we go to Utah and get some photos from there and I'll use them. But yeah, so this was somebody created this for me. I have a click here button, so that way if they happen to click on it, again, I think it's pretty much the same as my story too. So that way they get a little feel of who I am. You can do this little hashtag thing too. So I have it as Ruggiero Fitness. Again, it's kind of hard because I'm trying to incorporate Beachbody and our personal training / fitness business too. But it's there so that way like you can find me easily too. The only thing I'd say to be careful on your page, I actually got dinged the other day because I completely forgot, is you cannot put videos on here that have music. You have to find music. I have videos on here, that one I just showed you guys of the push-ups thing. Let me just get out of here, switch back. that has music on it, but you have to just do royalty free. So if you do iTunes, do royalty free music. But if the other day I saw something on Instagram, it was a funfetti protein cake, of course, and it had goofy 80s music, and I completely forgot and shared that to my page, and Facebook dinged me and were saying that I couldn't post any videos. And they don't really tell you when you're out of like Facebook jail. I'm pretty sure I'm out, fingers crossed. But you just have to keep that in mind. And if you wanted to try to boost, or this is my hubs, if I wanted to boost this, Facebook would say nope, because they don't let you do like transformation photos like this, like where it's like side by side abs or sports bra or thing like that. So those are things you kind of just want to keep in mind. Let's see, boost share. So the other thing I'm really working on, guys, like I said, is building my cold market. So what I do is basically I spend a good amount of time sometimes on here, and I will go through and I will see who liked my photos or who liked my page. And what I do is I just go up to notifications, and it will tell you, it will say like Julie Williams, all these people liked my page. So I hate it, but I kind of go through and I'm a little selective. I'm not just going to friend anybody, and I'm not just going to invite anybody. You know, I'll accept coaches. So if any of you want to like my page, I'll do that. And I'd love to have you on my page. But I try to be a little selective as well. Like, you know, I want to make sure it's people that I kind of have something in common with. I've really tapped into my Spanish speaking population. I don't speak Spanish, but they a lot of people, it's like Puerto Rico and like people that you can tell that clearly don't speak English, that like my page. And you might find that you like find a different country that's liking all of your stuff. So I don't really invite them to like my page. But you can go on here and I'll like connect with people, and I have a script that I send to people. And if you guys want to, if you want me to share it, I totally can. It seems to be helping now. There's one that I've even gotten a little bit more brave about, and says like, hey, like clearly you stumbled on my page because it's fitness related. Like, I just want to let you know, like I run online coaching groups every month. And I also have a really cool video that I put together on my page if you ever want to check out or see more of what I do. So I'll send that to them. And I've been finding that a lot of people have been accepting. And I just say at the end, like, I hope you don't mind the friend request. So I started off with, I'm sure this seems like a really random friend request, but I assure you it's not. You know, I feel that I'm just trying to connect with people that have common interests, that basically, you know, we share some similarities with. And so I shot you a friend request. I hope you don't mind. And a lot of time they accept. And then again, I'll also just send them something that says like, hey, thank you so much for like the love on my page. You know, a little heart or a like goes a long, long way. A little bit about myself. I'm a mom of blah, blah, blah. Hope you don't mind the friend request, but I'm trying to surround myself with positive and supportive people. So I kind of go through here a lot, and I'll get a lot of my 5 to 10 friend requests from here. I also, like I said, will go through, you know, I keep going back to this one just because I know it's a video of mine that's doing really, really well. So I'll go through and I'll see all the likes, and I'll click on it and I'll just invite them. Like I said, I hope I don't come off snobby where I'm saying I'm being selective, but, you know, I don't invite everybody. But yeah, so like I'll go through and, you know, if they haven't liked it yet, I'll shoot them, you know, hey, like, and then I'll look on them and see if there's anything that we've got in common. Like if they have a picture of them with their kids, or sometimes things will pop up. Like if they're a nurse, like automatically I'm friend requesting them. If I see that they've got little boys or that they've got young kids like my age, I'm going to shoot them a friend request. Like Flora, no offense, that's probably not going to be a friend request. She has no information, nothing about her. I'm not inviting her to my page. So that's kind of what I do too. I use that as part of like my power hour. So like this chick, Jean, I definitely will invite. And then, you know, I like to kind of go to their page a little bit too, so that when I shoot them a friend request, I am being authentic when I'm saying like that we have similarities or common interests. So I'll go through that and usually just have them shoot them an invite to my page, and you know, I'll check this and make sure if people message or are interested. I will respond to them. So that has been helping really well with me being able to bring people from my cold market over to my personal page as well. Because it's important too, guys, if you can get them on your personal page, because then they can see you, like they see that you're a real person, and they can see that your two pages match, and they get a feeling for who you are. And lately I've been seeing a lot of them commenting and liking my stuff. So it's pretty cool that they've come over and now they're commenting on or liking my things. I talked about the video, the cover photo. So cool. I talked about that. Pinning. Events, I talked about that. Like I said, videos go really well, guys. Another thing too is if you got to someone's page, some people you can actually see like what they like, which is pretty cool too, because then you can kind of like click on that and like go to like things that they like and see like if it's like the same things, and that's a kind of good to know when you're creating ads, because you can put it for like your target market. So that ad that I did, the one that I told you is doing very well. I basically went on a lot of people that follow me or liked my page, or that I had something in common with, and saw the pages that they liked, and then used like 4 or 5 of those interests for my ad. So that way it was kind of going to people that met the age, the audience, like the females, the ages between 25 and 40, in like some of the similar interests. I haven't really messed around with ads too much lately, because I know that Facebook keeps changing their algorithms. And like I said, I'm a working mom of 3, so I'm doing what I can right now. I'm just doing boosting. I'm not really caught up on now what the algorithm is with the creating the ads. And like I said, I'm kind of just sticking with the one that's doing pretty well for me, that's giving me a 10-cent per view ad, and getting likes from that. All right, I hope hope your heads aren't spinning. I think the biggest thing, guys, is just stop posting on it. Okay, make a goal for 2 times a day. If you can do, that's 14 posts, guys. Okay, so whatever day works for you. If I really should change Sunday, because Sunday's not working for me, and I like to devote like at least 2 hours to just kind of get that week set up, because it's one less thing that you need to worry about, and you're getting views on your page without even having to stress. And a lot of the times, like I'll share back and forth, like I'll share stuff from my personal page over here. And from your computer too, guys, you can tag yourselves in it. So like if I'm over here on my my regular page, I can tag my like page in it. So sometimes I'll do that too for like cross promotion. So like maybe somebody's on my like page and they see like, oh, Arielle Alton, like, Arielle Ruggiero, they may click on it, and vice versa. Like, so that's a cool way to do that too, is get like, oops, sorry. Kind of do that as well. You can't do it from your phone though. It has to be from here. So if I went in here and I edited this, I could put that I'm with myself. So, and then it will pop up on my like page.
So Arielle, it's Andrea. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I had a question. You talked about outsourcing for your cover video and professional pictures, and I'm nowhere near ready that, but there's probably some coaches that are getting near that. So did you just go, how did you find someone to do that for you? Did you know someone?
I used Fiverr. It's an outsourcing company. It's Fiverr. And the girl that I worked with was super, super nice. It cost me a little bit more because I had her basically take my logo too and put it on a transparent background for me. So that cost a little bit more. I think it was like $5 or something. She was super cool. And we worked together until we found something that we liked. I was kind of really picky, unfortunately, with her. So that's probably why it cost a little bit more. But I think in total, it cost me about $30 and saved me probably about 3 hours of my life.
Copywriting issues or anything that you have to sign a contract for, or?
With them?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that something that you need to look at, or?
No, it's
okay.
It's your photos. and they just put together a cover photo for you. They'll give you like the PDF. They can do a lot of different things too, guys. So like these were professional photos that I took. I also do like, I was the face of an Australian legging company, which was pretty cool. You know, I'm telling you, once you blow open these doors to Beachbody, it makes you think you can do whatever you want. And I took a gamble and they ended up picking me. So I had to do a shoot for them. So thankfully I got all of these for nothing. But I used that professional photo. This is not a professional photo. I mean, I think the professional photos are great, guys, but I think it's also nice too if it's not super professional so that people can see that like you're a real live person. I mean, because we're not attracting professional, like we are. I mean, we want to show people like us that they can do this too. And like, I think sometimes when the photos are super professional, they might be like, oh my God, I don't know. That's just me. I kind of go back and forth with my profile photo. Like I'll you know, I think it's big. I don't like to smile, something I'm working on. So that's me smiling. But there was some where I was like stone cold, like be relentless, like, you know, we got to be serious with this fitness thing. And I was like, holy crap. No. People are like, you got to soften that up a little, Arielle. So, you know, just being smiling, I think is cool. Again, that was something I took up against my door in my bedroom. I think it's really good too if the two match. It gets confusing when you're going back and forth, but I think it's good when they coincide so that people can see, yeah, it's the same chick.
So that you can get them done pretty affordable, sounds like.
Yeah. And so like if you're not ready for professional photos, guys, that's totally fine. Like slap on, I think this was like, I was actually going out that night. My hair was clean and I had makeup on. So yeah, I snapped some photos because it's very rare that happens. And again, I did it up against just a white door, and that's that. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be crazy. You just want something of you. You guys know that. You just want a photo of you, especially on your like page. I know I had some questions. Let me find it. Yeah, I definitely feel like it is. I actually just looked at like one of the other things too. I didn't have time to try to figure out where I was at, but I know that it's been, I'm pretty sure I'm getting between like 150 to 200 likes a week, which to some may be peanuts, but to me, I'm pretty happy with that. So I looked at like the beginning of February. I'm pretty sure from like the beginning of February, I was up like 1,000 likes or something, or if I was looking at that wrong, but it's moving. It's moving in the right direction. If you have a like page, guys, you do have to spend some money on advertising. I'm not going to lie to you. There's no doubt. You can ask all your friends. I mean, I've got almost 3,000 friends, and I'm sure most of them like my like page. And that's always cool to do too, guys. Like remind people that you've got a like page. So when you're tagging your like page in your posts, people might be like, oh, what is this thing that she's talking about? You know, and on your page, like you should have your follow me, or however you want to put it. You can put like, where is it? It's got to be somewhere down here. I'm pretty sure. So like follow me at, I'm pretty sure that you can edit that. So, but that's there. So they say like, oh, okay. Like, and that will take them right back to my like page. So you should have that on your profile page. See, like right now I'm at 255 this week, which is pretty cool. And that big one that I was promoting, I'm not boosting that again because I don't even want to tell you guys, but I definitely think that has been worth it for me for that one. If you get a video that's doing really, really well, guys, like just boost it and keep boosting it. Yeah, but I would say starting out with $1 a day, definitely. That's how I started out with it. I still have that one going. It's still $1 a day. Still 10 cents a view. And that has definitely got traction. I actually just stumbled on something too today from that you can create like a job posting on, like, look at all this stuff. Like I don't do all this, guys, but like I do have events going. I always will have an event if it's my free group, if it's, and they can find that over here, but if they scroll down too, they'll also have like photos, and here's my event that's coming up. That's on there. But you can do a job post. So I was just kind of messing around. I don't know if they've approved it yet. I don't see why they wouldn't. Oh yeah, cool. So And they're currently reviewing it, but I just kind of threw that on there just to be like, oh, let's see this. I just put like, we're hiring, apply now. And I used one of my like invites for one of my coaching sneak peeks. Don't know what's going to come of it, but I probably would change that photo. So that way it's like something to do with like, you know, I have a photo that I used for my last like sneak peek. I would use that instead of like my cover photo. But again, I just wanted to do it real quick to show you guys. There's really a lot of stuff that you can do. You can do like promotions. You can advertise, job posts. That was new, like an offer. I have done a couple of those too. Like there's really so much that you can do. It takes some time to kind of hash all of that stuff out. And again, unfortunately, like I said, I'm just kind of doing the basics that I know are working right now. And, you know, when I have a little bit more time, then I'll get to look more into it. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with how it's going. You got a lockout. Yeah, you got in jail, huh? It has to say royalty free. You can do it on iTunes. You just have to type in royalty free and you can get that. Another thing too, guys, is it's better to share that video right from your like page versus getting like a link from YouTube, because Facebook tries, you know, Facebook's a snob, guys, seriously. That's another thing too from Instagram, like copy and put it in your like page. Because if you just share, Facebook's like, nope, we're not going to, you know, show as many people. I'll sometimes do it if I know that I've already posted a couple of times on my page, I'll do it just for like shits and giggles. But usually, yeah, I'm doing the copying and then I'll paste it on there. But if you share directly from like Instagram or YouTube, you're not going to get as many views. So it's best to just go here, do, you know, share photo or video or however you want to do it, go up in here and just download it directly from your computer versus putting the link from like YouTube. If it's like one of your own workout videos. If you're sharing it from somebody else's page, that's fine. You know, if it's like a video that's doing pretty well, like if it's like an entertainment video or something fashion wise, and share it. Like I'll do that. Like if it's gotten a lot of likes and I see it pop up on my news feed like 5 times, I'm like, screw that, I'm freaking sharing it too. Because it already has like 1 million views. So I'm like, I'm putting it on my page.
I have so many questions for you.
Shit. All right. Shoot.
I think most of them are quick.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
But do you have another hour? No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to make sure this is what you said. You do not go into the ads manager and run an ad. You click boost post.
I used to. I don't know if I'm just being lazy or like I said, I haven't really been able to like get into there, and I just know that Facebook's always changing and I'm not that up to date with all their changes of the ads. So I've just been doing the boost right now. I'm boosting things for like $5. It will let you boost it as long as it's like, I think it has to be like $1 a day. So I'll do like $7. But I do. So I know Amanda had asked too, who designed my logo? Fiverr. Oh no, my logo, I think I stole it from Mike. I think we just had it made on a shirt and then we copied that and we just took it and ran with it. I did have the other girl, she did it in pink for me too. So I have it in pink and green. And like I said, it was like $5 and she put it on a transparent background. So if I go up here, guys, to ads manager, this is where you're going to manage all of your ads, guys. Okay. You're not going to create any ads from there, but you can create ads from that. Go ahead.
The screen isn't shared.
Oh shit. Did I shut it off? Share screen. Okay. Can you see it now? Yes. You see my screen? Yeah. Okay. You guys are probably like, oh my God, look at her screen. Again, this is like stuff that I use. There's a method somewhat to my madness. Mike calls me the most like organized, disorganized person that he's ever met. I'm like, whatever. So this is my ad accounts. So this is like the lifetime, guys. Okay. So like, don't fall over. It's probably from when I started this like page, which like I said, I've been a coach for 3 years now. So I've probably had my like page going for, I don't even know. I'm sure I could find it. But like I said, when we first started out, it was more like my husband and mine. So it'll kind of tell you like daily, okay? Like this is a little bit more though, because like I said, I had that page that I was boosting. So this is my page likes, Amanda. So it's actually down to 9 cents, which is pretty cool. So you can see, yeah, I've spent $250 on it, but it's been running for months now. It's probably been running since September or October. And it's got people talking, 14,000.
Is that your video, Arielle?
No, this is my video. So I have spent a total of 261 on that, guys. Total over months, okay? But I figured out how to get it going on a daily basis, which I was so excited about because I thought I had to keep boosting it. So if I went to go boost that again, guys, it would take how much I spent, which was 261, and it would basically say you can boost that again, but you have to spend it 270 or something ridiculous. Granted, I could spread that out. I could spread that out over like a month or two of time, and to me that might be worth it to figure out like if it's $100 a month or whatnot. But I figured out how to just do $2 a day. I'm not going to reach as many. I'm not going to probably get as many likes, but it still has a ton of video views. It's reached a ton of people. And when people go to it, they're going to see all of those comments and they're going to see that people are commenting. So right now I've spent only $1.82 of $2. And that's who it's supposed to reach. So for me, this is worth it right now. This is worth it for me to keep this going. And then, like I said, the other one that I'm doing just for $1 a day, that is down to 9 cents a view, which is really, really good. If you can get it under 10 cents, you want to keep going. That's already gotten me almost 2,600 likes.
And you're running both of them for page likes.
Yep. So I'm basically spending $3 now, $3 a day. Okay. So I could go down on this video, see how it's doing. If I'm not getting a lot of comments or traction, I could bump that down to $1 a day. But again, I'm getting I'm getting a lot of people, guys, like reaching out. I'm not saying that I've completely tapped into my cold market yet. It definitely takes a little bit longer for them to build up trust with you. But I have gotten a couple people so far. And I do have a lot of people reaching out to me from this post. And people that at least I'm adding to free groups and I'm adding to my personal page so that I can get to know them and they get to know me. So I'm building a relationship with them, and that right now I know will pay off, because it's very rare that you're going to get somebody that just comes from your like page and is like, all right, I'm ready to go. You guys should know that it takes about 8 or 9 follow-ups sometimes. But again, like I'm still building relationships, and there's been people, like I said, that have been from my like page that I've seen commenting and liking my stuff on my actual page.
So the second thing on your list, it said page like under ads manager. Is that just you boosting your page for how it says like boost your page for $50? Is that what you're doing, or? Because the first one you said was your video for your post.
Yep.
The post video.
So that instead of this one is
right there, page,
the video. Yep.
And then page like, is that you just boosting your page?
No, that's the one I'm running for $1 a day.
But is that a post? I think I'm just confused on whether that's a post or if that's a post you boosted, or
it's just let me see if I can get onto it for you.
Because I've only boosted posts. Like okay. I've never like promoted my page, boosted my page, or anything like that.
Okay.
Basically, you could be talking Chinese to me, and that's what it all seems like as far as like past just boosting a post. You know what I mean?
So like this, I had targeted. Those are people that I targeted with that, and it's saying 1 step. So it might up to $2 today. So I've spent $150. So I started this back in October, guys. I've started that October, November, December, January, February. So about 5 months that's been going. And yeah, I'm going to keep this going because it's saying it's 7 cents per like, which is really good, guys. And I've gotten 2,200 likes on that. And it's like funny because I didn't think it was going to do good at all. I mean, like, I don't know why it's not letting me show you it. It's like a 10-second video of me doing like bucket drops in my garage, super dark, and I'm like ripped out of my mind because it's right before the classic. I'm like, no one's gonna, like, chicks are gonna be like, I don't want to look like that. That girl's crazy. And it's the one that's doing the best out of the 10 that I did. So this is it. So all it says is like my page for free life, nutrition, and fitness support.
End of round 1. You now minute recovery.
And that's probably way longer than I needed it. That's it. And that's the one that was like my winning one that I'm getting like the most likes on. Again, that training, even though I've only done half of it, was a huge, huge help for me to at least set up these split tests. So that way you do like 10 videos, basically with all the same writing, like everything had the same wording. You do like the same target, and then you figure out which one does the best, which one gets like the lowest view. And then if it's still not where you want it to be, you like go in there and change like the writing around a little bit, or it is pretty cool. Like I said, I'm, you know, guilty for not finishing the training, but I did get a good amount out of it. I need to finish it, and, you know, but it's probably because I'm being lazy, and I've got an ad that's doing really well at 7 cents per view. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Arielle, you picked that too. Like when you go in the ads manager, that's an option, right? That you pick page likes.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, like when you go in to create an ad, it will depend on what you're trying to achieve. You can do like, if you're trying to like promote your page or get like page likes, yes, that's what that one was.
Yeah, because I feel like I boost my posts and I'll get good like decent engagement, like not like what you're getting, but I'm not getting the people to like my page. You know what I mean? Like they're not clicking like, which is the problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, maybe you need to just go in and invite people too. Make sure you're inviting people. The people that are liking your posts, then you like guys, like I go in and I physically go in and invite people. Like I invite people. And then like I'll go in and friend people as well. But I'm going in and inviting a lot of people too.
Yeah, it's just you don't always see who likes it if it's
So like I said, sometimes like I'll try to go in there and go to notifications and see the people that liked my page. And then, like I said, so like these people right here are people that have liked my page. Like I try to go in, and then I'll just say like, hey, thank you so much for liking my page, blah, 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 blah. Hope you don't mind the friend request. I see that we have things in common. Like I said, I have that little script that I send to them. Or if there's something that jumps right out at me, like I'll just strike up a conversation with them and basically just say like, hey, hope you don't mind the friend request. And most of the time they don't. And then like I'll try to go onto my page, my actual page. You guys can go here and go to friends, and then I'll go to like recently added. And then I'll just send them a message as well, like, hey, thank you so much. If it's somebody that I knew that we had like a lot in common with, I'll just say, hey, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. Appreciate it. It takes work, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It takes some time, but once you get in a good groove, it's fun. It's nice to connect with new people. And once you kind of get into that rhythm and you've got like something that's working for you that you can send out to a lot of different people, it just kind of goes. Like it will be part of your power hour. Like a lot of the times, like I do a good like 15, 20-minute chunk on my like page. Or if I find that I've got 15 minutes, my children aren't killing each other, I jump on here and I'll go to my like page. Some people are very active in groups. I'm part of some groups, but like I said, my focus has been more on my like page.
Oh, I'm not muted. Okay. I was going to ask you, have you seen a big jump in your following since you found that video that works for you? Like, did you have a big, or were you already growing at a pretty decent rate?
No, I think I found a pretty good jump with that. I wish I could go back and find it for you guys. I mean, I know that Mike and I had got the page to around like 2 or 3, I think. So from there, like I said, for me, like really working at it, which I probably would say is maybe since like the summer, I've seen a big change. And like I said too, like a lot of like friend requests, and a lot for me, but a lot of other people just like friending too, which is cool. And a lot of people accepting my friend requests from my like page.
Do you tell them, like, are you like, hey, I saw that you liked my fitness page?
Like I told you, sometimes I'll be bold with some people, because you know what, like I'm done skirting around the issue. Like if you found my like page, like clearly you found it for a reason. I mean, maybe the mama or the twin thing got you, that's fine, but I mean, it's clearly a fitness page. So I'm kind of at the point now, guys, where it takes some time, but I just my fears are slowly dissipating, and not that I don't give a shit, I give a shit, but I'm just like, hey, you know what, like they're coming to this page for a reason. Why am I gonna like skirt around the issue? Why am I not gonna just address it head on?
Yeah.
So let me see where that script is.
That's part of that freedom you were talking too about in the beginning. It's like your like page is obviously, you're obviously running a business.
Yep.
They liked it.
So yeah, you can be a little bit more bold and like treat it like a business. Like,
yeah, it's like someone walked into your store.
Exactly. Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
You're not going to talk about the weather.
Exactly. So like, this is the one that I kind of will send out. Like it says, my kids are actually sitting still, so I'm taking advantage of this rare opportunity to thank the ladies who have shown me a little love on my business page. A like or a heart go a long, long way. Since it is a fitness page, I'm assuming you stumbled across me for that reason. I'd love to stay in touch and share some fitness tips, healthy recipes, topped off with a little mom humor with you. All you have to do is give the page a like and show a mom who's on a mission to help other women become unstoppable, a little support. If you'd like to hear more about my online support groups, I just made an awesome video. It's on my page because I get way too wordy when I try to write about it. I hope you don't mind the friend requests. I'm always looking to meet and connect with awesome people who have similar interests, and I think you fit that bill.
Do you send that from your like page or from your personal page?
No, because I'm sending them a friend request. So they'll get that from their personal page. Because you can't send friend requests from your like page.
Okay.
But on my like page, if there's people that do respond to that message, the one that's doing really, really well, that video, I'll send them a message directly from here because it's easier for me to kind of follow it because it will pull up what I'm responding to them from. So like if I was to send Stefania a message, if you do it right from here, it pulls this up. So that way I know like, oh, so if she responds back, I know that she was responding to this. And I'll just say like, hey, thank you so much for your interest. Tell me a little bit about yourself, or, and then I'll tell them a little bit about myself, and then I will shoot them a friend request. So like you can go here, and then it usually will, like, I'll go to their page and just hit add friend request. And I'll either just send them that message, or I'll just say, hey, like, I sent you a message on my like page. It's easier sometimes to converse on my personal page or whatnot.
Look at you go in that video.
Oh, I bust my ass.
I want you to be my coach.
I bust my ass too. I put that in there.
I know this has popped up in my newsfeed.
Yeah, it's crazy, guys. You just have to do some videos and see what people like. I mean, I bust my ass. I look like a hot mess. There's clothes all in the background.
That's why people like it though.
It could be. It really could be.
That's part of it.
It could be part of it. Like I said, it could be the outfit. It could be the brightness. It's crazy when you do like split testing, when you do like those 10 videos, like I said, and like you see which ones catch people's eyes. Cause there was really a cool one of me doing like ab workout in my kid's playroom on a toy box. I'm like, this is going to be awesome.
It could be those arms.
Nobody liked it. I was like, okay. And I thought this was a little too hardcore.
I'm trying to like it right now. I'm like, can I like it again? I think I've already liked it.
Show me some love.
I like those arms.
And again, guys, it was from quarter fours. I do the Beachbody workouts here and there. I'm training for another competition, so I don't get a chance to do as many, but I do work out every day. So it's been hard for me to make sure that I share that journey with people. But I'm starting to realize now too, like, yes, it's a big thing with people seeing you working out at home and this and that, but it's also a big thing for them to just know how it makes you feel and why you're doing it. It doesn't have to necessarily be like, you know, I'm not saying like don't be all Beachbody, because you should be, but still be you and be a life, have a life outside of Beachbody too, and bring that life in so that people get to know you and set yourself apart from some of the other coaches.
Do you get people? I see that it says comment interested. Does anyone actually write interested?
Yeah. I have 58 comments. Doesn't mean every single one of these has worked out.
Oh yeah, I see them. I see interesteds.
Yeah. So that's another reason why I like this to keep going, because then people are like, oh, I'm not the only one. I won't be the only one saying interested. And again, I think that's the big thing. It's kind of cool because people will reach out to you on here. But yeah, I'm starting to realize now too, I'm not the best at invitations, as crappy as that is to say at 3 years into the coaching business. I think in the beginning, I was so used to people coming to me. And then that doesn't always happen, guys. And I'm starting to realize that now. It's hard for people to come to you and say like, yeah, like I need help. Like, that's why I think it's so important to just reach out to people too. And especially on this like page, like, and just use it and be like, hey, you stumbled across my like page. I'm assuming like and I've said that to people, like, you stumbled across my like page. Are you into fitness, or are you looking to get back into shape? And most of the time they'll say, I'm looking for help. I need help. And guys, I've got a ton of conversations going from this. Okay. Doesn't mean everybody is like, yes, sign me up. Doesn't happen all the time, but you get better at it. And me responding back to people has gotten much, much better. It's more personal. It's getting to know them too.
Yeah. I always say, if you feel uncomfortable approaching the person, they feel 10 times more uncomfortable to approach you, because they see you as the leader, you know, a stronger force. So you have to be the one that breaks the ice.
And you could always say too, like, hey, like, I don't always do this, or like, you know, this is new for me, like reaching out to other people. But I remember what I was like when I first started, and I certainly wasn't going to admit that or however you want to word it. I think just being more personal. And as you can see, like, I've got scripts here that I've been working on, my team and I have been working on, just, you know, if we find something that works, that resonates with people. And again, like, leave it up to them, or just say like, hey, I hope you don't mind, because then that kind of softens the fact that you invite, and they're probably like, no, I don't mind. That's cool. Whatever. Or they're like, no, screw this girl. Like, I don't know you. I'm not accepting. Totally fine too. But it kind of makes it like, hey, I hope you don't mind. Like, I hope I don't bother you, but I'd like to connect or be friends, or, you know, I'm trying to build like a supportive network.
Arielle, are you boosting any live videos yet? Have you tried that?
I have not. I have not been going live as much as I should be, and everyone tells me how much they like my live videos. I think it's just because they get to see how much of a hot mess I am. But no, I have not boosted any of my live videos. But those you can actually create ads from and boost. So I mean, I could always go back into my insights and see like if there was like maybe a live video that I did that did okay. Boost that and see how that goes. And guys, like, I think with the live videos, it's best to try to keep it like simple and sweet. But again, you'd probably would just have to play around with it and see like how they do. If you do a long one, if that gets traction, I could probably boost this and see how this does. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, yeah, let's just try this out. Let's just try this out. And I'm not saying like I'm at that point in my business where I can be, but I just look at it like I'm investing back in my business. And if I want my page to continue to grow and me to reach more people, I need to treat it like a business and return back. But I'm not saying like I like to just be like, oh, let's just throw this $5 boost out the window. You can keep an eye on it. And if it's not doing well, if you're only getting like 1 or 2 likes or a couple of comments, then you can shut it down. Totally shut it down. So like I could do a $10 budget, or I could do a $5 budget on this. I think it won't. Yeah. So it has to be at least $1 a day. So set your budget, guys. I would give yourself at least like a $30 budget though, and just do $1 a day find an ad. I mean, you saw, and like when you do page likes, you can only write like a 2-sentence thing. Like you saw that, like my page for free, blah, blah, blah. Like very basic, very generic, like don't have to get all fancy with that.
So you pick 10 videos and you run them all at the same time?
Mm-hmm. For like a day.
On the same day?
On the same day.
All for $1?
Yeah, I think they were $1, or they might have been $3. I can't remember.
What are you using over there for your little video? What editor are you using? Can you just come back on another call? I have more questions for you.
No, whenever. It was just iMovie.
Oh, I saw you pop up over there.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was like you were doing the news, you know, and then they popped the picture up on the side. It was really cool.
Sometimes I try to get creative. Like I said, I have gotten better with editing the movies, and guys, keep them short. Don't keep them super long, because I actually looked to see like when people were looking at them and it was like a 10-second view.
Yeah.
So they may not watch the whole thing. You have to get them like in the beginning. Like you have to, whether you set like the cover photo as something fun, like you in a weird position or something weird like might catch their eye. If you guys do go live, another thing too is make sure you're animated right when you go, because then if people see it popping up in their newsfeed, they're going to jump on. Don't wait for people to get on, because when people see it going through their newsfeed, it doesn't do that delay. It goes right to it. So just fucking, I don't know if you're like freaking out or like whatever you want to do, but like just go and talk a little bit and just like say like, hey, like, let me see if I have any eyeballs. Let me see if I get any likes. Like, hey, and then when people start popping on, like you call out their name so that they know that like you're watching them. That's one thing. I signed up for like the Bob Heilig live training. Haven't done that yet either. So these things are things that I need to work on in my time, is setting aside time to like look up and learn things.
What was the name? Jesse Regan, you said, for the training?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, you're welcome. It was a $300 training, guys. But like I said, it was worth it, and I've only gotten halfway through it.
Well, I mean, I think you started with this, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning. I think this was more important than anything to mention at the beginning, that you started this with, how old were your kids when you started? Like 1 and babies? 1 and 9, weren't they 9 months? Your babies were like 9 months old?
They were 7. The twins were 7 months old, and Luca had just turned 2.
Okay, so you had a 2-year-old and 2 7-month-old boys. You're an RN. Mm-hmm. So like when you're not at work, you're home. Then it was 2 babies and a toddler. Now they're still all 3 and 4. Like your kids are like 3 and 5 or 3 and 4.
Luca just turned 5. The twins are 3 and a half. They'll be
4. So like when you're home, you're not, you know, like you literally, I know how you work your business. You work it 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes here. I see something, I saved it, I go back to it later.
Yeah.
So I just think that's important when we see this and we see that you're fit and we see that your page is awesome, you know, that whole other side that, you know, even that you're saying like you started a training, you haven't finished it. Mm-hmm. That's the real deal. So for anyone that sees this and thinks, oh my gosh, like this is 3 years of you starting on your Facebook page, growing that this way, being consistent, growing that, feeling like you were good with your warm market, wanting to expand now to your cold market, and now putting more of that time here.
Yeah.
And I just think that's really good for people to understand.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's 3 years into the business, and I'm at a great place. My team is growing, which I'm so excited. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I first started, I was like, oh, I'm going to be 2-star 2 years. I was like, oh, okay. And you know what? Things happen, but I'm not going to like, I'm happy with where I'm at. I think I'm supposed to be exactly where I am. And, you know, there's just been amazing opportunities that have come my way from this whole thing. And like I said, I think the biggest thing is just the emotional growth and just learning more about myself and learning to put myself out there, and to be okay with my flaws and my imperfections, and just try to help people. That's really, try not to lose sight of that, because there's going to be times where you're going to be like, think that you should be further along, or that's something you should have hit a certain rank or a certain accolade, or, something else. Like, just remember, go back to why you're doing it. Remember that first person that you helped, and that will help you come back to ground zero.
Yeah, definitely. Look how cute you are. So tomorrow's your anniversary.
I know. Yeah. So crazy. I mean, and I've met so many amazing people. Like, I really, really have. I think that was the biggest thing for me that I was lacking with the babies. And like, it was like, yeah, that's the last thing I needed on my plate was this. But I think it kind of saved me. I think it, as horrible and as guilty as I used to feel, like I needed it. I needed, this was my escape, if you will. This was me being human and interacting with people, whether, people may look at it and be like, oh, that's sad, it's online. But you know what? Doesn't matter. I've met some amazing, amazing people through this all. I've seen some of you at Summit. I've seen you doing tables, and now we're going to Utah. So it's just like, I know some of these people better than I know some of my friends. It's just the way the world is right now. And it's like, either you get with it or you don't. And it's not for everybody, but I needed that community, and I needed those people, and I needed to help people. And, I loved my kids, but it was hard. It's still really, really hard. And sometimes I do check out, and I just check out and do my work. And it's not always a good thing, guys. Like, my morning started off shitty, and it was my own fault because I'm not getting up early enough. And then I get frustrated with my kids, and it's not fair to them. So I need to get better with my time management. It's something I'm working on. So I need to be getting up in the morning. And today it just did not happen, and it just kind of trickled into everything. But I was looking forward to this call all day. Tomorrow's a new day to mess shit up, and a new day to try again, and a new day to make shit happen.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know if I was telling all of them, but I was saying, like, you're literally, I think I can see it with you. Like, you've always been one of the realest people I think that I know in Beachbody. And if you look at your pictures, it's like, oh my God, like, she's like so fit, and she's like all these things, but you've just always, especially with this, I've really seen you start to share all of you, and
it's been a healing journey for me.
That's like that turning point. When you really start to share, like, okay, yeah, I got this together, but this is a mess. And I got that together, but that's a mess. Yeah. And then people are like, oh, that's what I'm like. And that's when they start to connect.
Yes.
And feel like.
And it's been liberating for me, because that perfectionist doesn't have to be there. I don't have to be like the strong person all the time. Like I said, like I've noticed, I've learned a lot of things about myself. I've been able to heal a little bit with where I've been. I think just something with me in my past always tugged at me and was like, you're meant to do something with this. This shit happened to you, and you're meant to do something with it. And I just always knew, like, I was meant to do something more, and that, like, that my past was my past, and it's been hard to kind of get away from that. But I think that it happened for a reason. And like, I just always felt that I was meant to help people. And if this is the way that I'm doing it, then so be it. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy in the beginning, guys, to kind of hash out all those demons. But once I do, and a lot of my coaches on my team now are doing it, and I'm just like, how liberating is it? And they're like, yeah, it's just like a weight is off of your chest, and you're just like, all right, I'm on this path to grow. I'm on a path of healing. So don't forget, it's your own journey too, guys. Like, you still have to be working on you. You're always going to be a work in progress. But once you get a little bit better at it, then you're able to share and help other people.
Yeah. And even that path and how you share it and those changes, it's always going to be there, because I'll be 59 next month, and there's still stuff that I'm dealing with, and things that come up that are new things to deal with. And so it's just a matter of that personal development, as you said, goes on.
Yeah, that's setting you up. be able to deal, like, you know what I mean? Back in the day, like, you'd have one thing or thing that would set me off, and that would be it. Like, I was so fearful of money, like I said, and like the abandonment, all of this stuff. And like now I'm taking chances, taking risks, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna live my life and continue to live it. And like those are things that it kind of opens your eyes to, changes the way you look at things. So
ever changing.
yeah. Oh, definitely. You're always going to be growing. You're never done. Just like fitness. It's not like, oh yeah, you get in good shape, then you can stop. You can't. No.
I found that out.
Yeah.
Unless they make a pill someday. But I'd be taking the pill and still working out, you know.
No. Oh, absolutely. I'd be a maniac.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Arielle. This was really like a lot of great stuff. I think if someone, you know, whether you launch your like page after you get off this call or take your like page and take it to another level, or just, you know, if you're at that point where you really just need to put this type of attention into your personal page first and get that moving with 3 to 4 posts a day, really brand yourself, grow that market, and then move to there. I think like you have learned a lot here tonight. That's for sure. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. And I encourage everybody, like, check out, send Arielle a friend request, follow her, because she is, like I said, like, you guys will be able to see her brand. You just scroll through her page, and even if she's just sharing her mom life, her nursing life, it's all incorporated. You know, she's eating in her, like, she's known for eating in her car. You know, just these little things though that you've shared along the years that people know you, you know, so when you're reaching out to somebody, even if they haven't talked to you since high school, they feel like they know you. They've kept up.
And like another thing, guys, too, like, don't think it has to be like this big glamorous thing. Like I post eating in my car because that's my life right now.
Yeah. I know you don't wash your hair. You know? I don't wash my hair either.
Hate washing my hair. And these are things that I used to be like, oh my God, what something's wrong with me. And it's like, no, like this is when your uniqueness comes out, and you're just like, screw it. Like, I hate washing my hair. If people think I'm a dirty girl, so be it. But I could think of a million better things that I would rather do than wash my mop.
Me too. So all those little things, you know, check it out, because you'll see the whole picture together as I'm labeling. Like,
yeah, you just need some entertainment too, please. Yes. Come on over.
Yes, it's awesome. All right, well, thank you. Happy anniversary.
I know, thank you. I'm gonna like make a little cake tomorrow or something.
Yes, I will download this. I'll send you the recording.
Yeah,
so you
that
can
would be great. So I can share it to my page.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
See you in Utah, baby.
Can't wait.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, guys.